Hope all of you are very fine. If you haven't subscribed our channel yet, then subscribe and hit the bell icon. Number 9. Yali Chaptani. Hali Saga is the owner of a large jewelry empire and the head of the Korhan family. Even though his son Orhan and eldest son Fuad run most of the business, he still makes the most important decisions in the company. His younger grandson Farid, who is the total opposite of his brother Fuad, is a very irresponsible young bachelor who just returned from abroad where he went to study. Halis can't take any more of Farid's recklessness and he charges his widow's daughter-in-law Ifakat with finding him a nice girl to marry. Number 8. San Kal Kapimi. Ada is a bright, beautiful young woman working at a florist. She dreams of getting her degree and moving to Italy, but her dreams are shattered when the heir to the Bolat holding company cancels her scholarship, so she has to drop out of university. Now only two things keep her going: her love of plants and her hatred of Sarkan Bolat. When Sarkan comes to speak at the university, Ada is protesting outside. A series of unfortunate events leaves these two handcuffed together for most of the day, during when Ada learns that Sarkan really is everything she hates: arrogant, self-centered, and a complete control freak. Number 7. Uzak Shahar. Alia Albora arrives in Mardin with her late husband's funeral and their 5-year-old son to fulfill her husband's last will. However, this arrival marks a point of no return and there is no way out of Albora. The head of the Albora tribe, Jihan Albora, is no indifferent to Alia's struggle, but he refuses to let her take her children and leave. Confronting the darkness of the past, hidden secrets, and the harsh realities of the region, Alia Albora finds herself caught in a fierce battle with her late husband's family. Number 6. Siakalp. Sumru left the children she gave birth at a young age and built a new life and family for herself. Malik and Nu learned their mother's identity from their grandmother's final words and set out to find her. Sumru, who is now married to one of the Cappadocia's wealthiest businessmen, Samit, continues her lavish life with her children she had with him. However, she had different plans regarding Samit's son from his first marriage, Jihan. The paths of Malik and Nu, who are seeking to confront their mother, will unexpectedly cross with Jihan and his reluctant fiancée, Sivilai. Number 5. Sila. Sila is a young woman who, shortly after being born, is snatched away from her family and her roots, taken to Istanbul, where she is adopted by a rich family who tell her that all her family died. Although from an Eastern origins, Sila is brought up in a modern Western style. One day her perfect life crumbles when she meets her so-called dead family and their backward traditions. Her real father suddenly appears and lies that her mother is dying, and she goes to Mardin to see her. Her life soon changes when she is forced to marry to Buran Aga, a total stranger, to save the life of her elder brother. Number 4. Gilin. Growing up without knowing her parents, the orphaned Hanjar learns at a young age to fight against life's challenges. Since she has no one but her brother, she has become a warrior young woman who stands her on own feet. Hanjar is ready to do anything to save her sick brother from this challenging life. Jihan, the sole heir of a wealthy family, accepted the idea of an arranged marriage from his mother Muqaddar, who told him that he must have a son to continue their noble bloodline. Muqaddar is attracted by Hanjar's beauty and finds her suitable for her son. Number 3. Kizil Gonjalar. Kizil Gonjalar tells the poignant story of Maryam, married off at 14 in an Islamic sect and now battling bravely to prevent her daughter Zainab from suffering the same fate as the bride of the Sheikh's grandson. Guided by her sister-in-law, a former sect member, they realize they must flee to save Zainab from the sect's powerful clutches. Fearfully hiding her plans from her cruel husband, Mariam must first earn money as a career in the house of a secular psychiatrist, Levant, who agrees to help her. Despite their clashing religious and progressive beliefs, Mariam and Levant are drawn together emotionally, but the turmoil in their lives deepens as the identity of his daughter is revealed. Number 2. Hadutsu Sevda. Hadutsu Sevda is the story of Halil Ibrahim Karasu, who returns to the Black Sea village of his birth. Halil was forced to flee when he was just 5 years old after his father was murdered by the local crime boss Rizwan Lito. 20 years later, Halil came home to marry his childhood sweetheart Yasmin. But when Rizwan's son murders Yasmin, his mission takes on a new role. Halil becomes a one-man army with the sole purpose of destroying Rizwan Lito. Halil gains some unexpected allies as he works his way through Rizwan's criminal operations, including Rizwan's daughter Zainab. Number 1. Safir. The series centers on the Gulsoy family, one of the most prominent families in Cappadocia, whose much revered lives come crashing down after an unexpected tragedy. Upon the return of their eldest son Atesh from America, the Gulsoys reunite in one place after much time apart. Atesh, who lost his father in a traffic accident at a young age, left home, refusing to submit to the overwhelming authority of his grandfather Umar. Upon his mother Gulfam's request, he returned home after many years to join his brothers Yaman and Okan in taking over and expanding the family business established by his grandfather. If you like our video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos like this.